Mitch, it's looking amazing here at the Dorchester. This is a really important night for the foundation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the first night that it's our biggest fundraiser. It's our big fundraiser, our first one, and we're very excited.
Yeah. You've got some really big names performing, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got Tyler, we've got Ella Henderson, we've got Jamie Cullum, and we've got Matt Goss. That's the hottest ticket in town. It doesn't get any better than that.
I'm assuming it's a sellout.
You would assume correctly, it is a sellout.
Yeah. Now listen, it's all in aid of the Amy Winehouse Foundation, of course, which you started not long after Amy passed.
That's right.
And in its first year, it's made such a lot of money, hasn't it? And I know a lot of that money, quite recently, went to save a shelter in North London for young homeless people.
Yeah.
And that was something that was really close to Amy's heart, wasn't it, the issue of young homeless people?
It was, because, I laugh about it now, because there was a young lady who lived with Amy for 6 months, and I never really figured out who she was. And Amy said, I said, who's this young girl who's walking around? She said, that's, I can't remember what her name was, I have to excuse me, but she said that she's a homeless girl and I'm looking after her. You know, what we're doing now is really just carrying on what she was doing before, and there's so many charitable things that she did that really are a surprise to us now. We're still finding out about it, so it's lovely. Obviously we need to raise as much money as we can to help as many disadvantaged young people that we can, but our long-term ambition is to refine our Amy Winehouse School's alcohol and drug education project, which we're putting the finishing touches to, and we hope to go out into start in 45 schools in March 2013, and that's the area that we feel that we're going to have a lot of impact. It's called early intervention, because by speaking to young people early, making them aware of the dangers of excess alcohol, which can lead to excess cannabis use, and the big thing at the moment is these so-called legal highs. Young people think they're safe because they're legal, they're unsafe, and ketamine and things like that. By giving them the information, at least they will be armed with the knowledge, so they can't turn around and say, oh, I didn't know that ketamine could do that to me, or GBL or meow meow could do that to me. You know, young people are going to have a few drinks, we know that. We're not saying to people don't drink. When they go to a party, we're trying to help them build their self-esteem and resilience against peer pressure. And if somebody at a party says, you know what, let's do some ketamine, at least by having the information about what ketamine can do to somebody, they will be able to make an informed choice and say, look, and I've had a few drinks, but I'm not doing ketamine. And time will tell. You know, over the course of the years, hopefully fewer people will be presenting, or fewer young people will be presenting with symptoms and having to go into rehab and things like that.
Now, you just talked about Amy, how she invited a homeless girl into her home for 6 months,
right.
And that's her home in Camden.
Yes.
That's going to be up for auction, isn't it, next month? I mean, why did you guys decide to go with an auction for the house?
Because we sold the house on 2 previous occasions, or we thought we'd sold the house on 2 previous occasions, and it turned out that it was a waste of time. The people didn't have the money, or just when we went to exchange, there were a whole host of reasons. So we decided to put it up to auction. You know, at the fall of the hammer, the house is sold, and that's what we chose to do.
Yeah. It's become a shrine for fans of Amy, hasn't it? I mean, do you think that will continue if you sell it?
Well, what we're hoping to do, as we spoke about before, you know, we're creating the statue at the Roundhouse. So we're just putting not the finishing touches. That we're not we've gone beyond negotiations. We're working with the architects and the surveyors now. I'm not talking about architects and surveyors, because you were talking about property. We're working with the sculptor now and with the Roundhouse. First of all, to get planning permission, which we've got, and then create digital images so that we can then get final permission from the council and from the Roundhouse, and then we're good to go. So really what we're hoping to do is, once that statue is in place, that should take the people away from people will still continue to go there, but we're hoping that they'll go to the statue rather than to the house.
And then back to this evening, it's going to be a proper shindig, isn't it? What do you think Amy would have made of it all?
I think Amy would have loved it, and she'll be here for sure, and there's going to be a lot of tears, and there's going to be a lot of fun. And Amy would just say, just get on with it, Dad. That's exactly what she'd say, and that's what we're doing, we're just getting on with it.